Yo, what is going on, guys? Coming back here with an e-bike. This one is quite impressive in terms of design and the power that it offers based on the price. So the model we have here is called the Luckeep M5, and this one has a 1000 watt motor. It comes with 20-inch wheels, 4-inch tires. You get a incline capacity of 35 degrees, which is super interesting. Of course, we're going to test that. And you get two different variants. You have one with a 15 amp hour battery, which is the one that I think I got here. And then you have the one with the dual batteries, in which it has a 15 amp hours and a 20 amp hours. The price does vary. This one, as it is right now, it stands at $13.98 plus tax. And the one with the additional battery stands at $18.98 plus tax as well. This is the black color model. This one comes also with a 4.2 inch LCD display. It has a fully dedicated twist throttle. It comes with the hydraulic brakes. It comes even with a basket on the middle side, and the design is very different to what I have received in the past, guys. So right here we can see the packaging is quite rugged in the sense that everything looks very nice and well protected. So of course we're going to take it out. Typically with these bikes, all you have to assemble is the handlebar, the suspension, the front tire, the seat, pedals, and if there are any accessories like baskets and whatnot, then those need to be installed as well. So of course now we will take it out of the box, assemble it, and then check and see all the features that are available with this model. Well, this is a better overview of the bike now that we have it out of the box. And well, I gotta say, this thing is not light whatsoever. It is made of premium components, so it weighs about 95 pounds. It has a maximum weight capacity of 400 pounds, and it has 90 Newton meters of torque and a maximum speed of 32 miles an hour. We do have a box with some accessories inside. Let's go ahead and take a peek, and there we have it. This is a super nice, it looks like a very bright LED light based on the little lens that I see in the front. We had the connection, the screws on the side to connect it to the bracket, so on and so forth. And it came with some tools. They came out of the bubble wrap bag. The pedals as typical, and this has to be the charger. I'm just interested to see what's going to be the output, and we have a 54.6 at 2 amps. Now, having a big battery like this, I wouldn't be surprised if it takes about 6 hours to fully charge the battery. And these are just some of the quick start guides. We have the display, a dedicated display manual. We get here the Luckeep M5 model e-bike manuals, or these are actually the instruction guide to assemble it, as you can observe, and everything is with details, pictures, etc. A slight correction that I need to make with this e-bike is that I mentioned it had hydraulic brakes, but this model actually came with mechanical brakes. Now this is a little bit of a criticism, just because of the fact that knowing that it goes up to 32 miles an hour, it would have been better and more efficient to have hydraulic brakes and not mechanical brakes. But of course we have to test the quality on these. Sometimes it's all about, you know, the quality of the pads. And of course we're going to test this on our stopping power test as we continue, but that was just an observation I made. And besides that, everything is going well. The assembly has been very easy so far. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty much done. All we have to do is inflate the tires to 20 psi. Check every single screw on here, guys. It doesn't matter the manufacturer. It could be made in America, it could be made in China, it doesn't matter. Always check human error or curves, and the last thing you want is to get hurt. On the rear side here, we have the tail light, and check this detail right here. It says Luckeep on the back. I am loving these shocks on the rear. It looks super rugged. I'm not sure if they can be tuned. It looks like they can, but of course I'll confirm with you guys later. We can control the rebound right here. It has a little nut for it. You need a tool. I do have them, and you can make them tighter to make them stiffer. That all depends on your weight and the way you ride, of course. So every person is different. And I believe in here is where we can release the battery, which is right in here. And in case I forgot to mention, it can take you up to 60 miles in range. So it looks like we got everything 100% squared away. I already fine-tuned the handlebar to the way I like it. And here are the keys. Now I'm trying to figure this out as I go on with the video. But first of all, let's go ahead and peel that off. Yeah, it came with 2 sets of keys. These look like those Chinese motorcycle keys. And then we have a little keyhole here. Let's see what this is all about. And as you guys can tell, the battery does come unplugged. So you have to, ensure that you check all this stuff. And this is the charging port on the very top, and it doesn't look like it charges anywhere else. And the second thing I want to know is if we can take it out. And yes, indeed we can, guys. So this is the 15 amp hour battery. I'm not sure where the secondary battery will hook up to, but this is the primary battery right here. As you can see, it has 720 watt hours, 54.6 volts, and yeah, 15 amp hours, able to give you up to 60 miles in range. Alrighty guys, so this is everything that we have on the handlebar. On the very far left, we have the headlight on and off switch. We do have the turn signals on it as well. We also get the horn button. We do have the mode, the selectors, and I believe that's all we have on the left side, besides having the brakes as well. And on the right side, we have the 7-speed Shimano system, which is quite common, and we have a full twist throttle. So to get it started, all you have to do is press and hold the M button. It's going to ask you for the NFC for a few seconds. You tap on it, and this is your display, guys. Now, we can't deny the fact that this thing looks phenomenal. We do have 100% of charge, which is nice. The bike has been tested for 0.6 miles, which is about half a mile. Let's see if the headlights do work. And yes, we do have a working headlight. We're going to set this a little bit different. We have to adjust it later on when it turns dark. We do have the turn signals. Now, as for the turn signals, let's see if we do have turn signals, maybe on the rear side. And yes, we do have turn signals on the rear side, as you guys can tell. And I do like that it has like a little tag bracket here on the rear side. So yes, we do have left and right turn signals. The horn, I like these robotic sounding horn. They create a lot of attention, which is exactly what you guys want. Now, something you have to keep in mind is that you have to carry the NFC tag, otherwise you can't start the bike. On the settings side here, we have the selectors right here. If you click on the M button, which is the menu, then we can go into trip. We have things like the maximum range that we have done on the bike. We have the average, then we have the voltage, we have the time that it's been on, and then it goes back into the odometer. So of course here we have the pedal assist. It goes up to 5. And then we had the more complicated, or not complicated stuff, the more technical stuff, I would say. If you press and hold the arrow up and down, then it goes into the settings, but you do have to enter a passcode, in which I don't have right now. I'm pretty sure that it is inside the manuals, but if you really want to mess with all of that, then you will have to go and speak to the manufacturer, send them an email, and they might send you the code. And so far on pedal assist number 5, we're gonna go ahead and give it all the throttle. We can do, according to this, 30.8 miles per hour, guys. So there we have it for the settings on the display. Now we're gonna need a couple of days to actually test this. Everything that we normally do, the hill test, the stopping power, and then I'll give you guys all that information later on. Well, we have obviously here arrived at the park as usual, guys, and I've been testing this e-bike more than I typically do. It has right now 29 miles on the odometer, so I did deplete the battery quite a bunch, and that was actually out of the box. I never charged it. I just wanted to see and get a glance at what it would do with the battery out of the box, not having to charge it. And well, the good news is that I got 29 miles out of the 60 that it is rated to do with a full charge, but I didn't have a full charge when I got it. Even though it was claiming to have all the 5 bars, I was more like in the 88-85%. So that was using it hardcore and whatnot. So the bike is fully ready to go. The assembly was straightforward. Just make sure that you get the bolts here for the mounts of the lights a little bit tight. Otherwise, with vibration, it could move a little bit. Besides that, the bike has been great. The frame is made out of the aluminum 6061, and it is very light because of that, but at the same time it has that rugged feel. The forks are made of steel, the same for the backside, and these are rated at 1200 pounds, which is quite a lot. So here, the first thing we're going to do, as always, is test the speed. We are in pedal assist mode number 1. Now with this e-bike, the pedal assist works a little bit different. On some e-bikes, you can actually set up the pedal assist and it works with the throttle and the pedals. On this e-bike, it doesn't work that way. So the pedal assist is only for the pedals, and the throttle is always going to give you the maximum speed. Now for some people that could be good news, for others that could be bad news. Okay, so in this case, with pedal assist 1, we can do up to 9 miles. Pedal assist 2 makes a big jump at 60 miles, as you guys can tell. So that was quite of a jump. And then you have pedal assist 3. That's going to take us here, let's see, it looks like 22 miles, just about, which is typical. That jump wasn't too high. From 16, that was about 6 more miles. That's quite normal. All right, so we know it does 22 miles. This is pedal assist 4. All right, there you have it. Pedal assist 4 will take us to 27, 28, exactly to 28. And then we have pedal assist 5. That will take us all the way up to the 32 miles an hour, guys. Right there, we can see it. We might be able to do a little bit faster, but it looks like we are steadily doing 32 miles an hour. So this e-bike is actually as described, guys, which is amazing. That rarely happens. Typically when they say, oh, it'll do 32, I get 29, 30-ish, just around there. But this e-bike, guys, thanks to that 1,000 watt motor that I mentioned earlier and the 1,500 watt peak power, this thing is no joke. Also, it has about 90 Newton meters of torque. Now, I don't know if that's true, guys. Even though it has a lot of power, and this is not a simpy bike, as I referred to, meaning it is not, it's not your typical, cheap e-bike. This one actually feels very nice and premium. But the torque, I don't feel like it's in fact a 90 Newton meters. See, I've had other e-bikes that claim this, but the acceleration felt way different. Right here, I'm giving it full throttle on takeoff, and my battery is still at 100%. So when it comes to the acceleration, that torque, as we call it as well, I don't know, guys. It is not there as I thought it was gonna be. When it comes to the pads don't squeal. They feel great. And you guys probably heard me saying that I am not a fan of the, that I'm not a fan of the non-hydraulic brakes. But with this e-bike, it's not so bad. We're doing 25. Let's use this tree to my right as a reference. And I can skid very easily, guys. I started braking around where that tree is, right where that shadow is, and that took no time to brake. So I would say the pads are very aggressive and grippy on this e-bike, but just keep in mind that just like you see right here, these are made by Ebike, and these are mechanical brakes. Here we're gonna do a little bit of off-roading as typical, guys. We're gonna go here on the grass. This is not, you know, anything hardcore as I call it, but it is sufficient to know if this e-bike can off-road as they're claiming it. If you go on their site, they are saying that this e-bike is an off-road / commute bike, meaning you can use it for both. You can use it for off-road conditions like I'm doing right now, or you can ride on the road and use it to travel and do the things that you need to do. So I gotta say that yes, it feels great. The rear suspension does the work. If you listen to my voice, you can tell that it doesn't sound as jumpy. That's because the suspension is doing most of the work. And, you know, it keeps the bike quite level. Now the front end, because of the fenders and the light, it does make a little bit of noise, but I think that's normal. And I think that's just the way it is. You can't adjust anything to make it better. So right here, this is what I use as a reference to climb a hill. This is my tallest one that I have locally here in Florida. I am in West Palm Beach, so everything is kind of leveled. But this is like a 15-degree incline. And let's see how it does, guys, with this 1,000 watt motor. I am not going to pedal at all. This is all throttle. And as you can tell, it is actually increasing speed as we go. So if you are climbing hills on paved roads, you won't have a problem, guys. I am a heavy set guy coming at 216 pounds. I am not a light rider whatsoever, and this thing is just handling great. So now we're gonna do the same thing. I like to use this area here. I love it actually. To use it as a demo for you guys to see if this is a capable e-bike or not. This thing is it's about the same incline, maybe like a 17-degree incline, maybe a 16, but it is off-road. So let's see if it's able to do it. This is throttle only, no pedaling. This one is quite important for this e-bike to be able to climb it, guys, because if you're saying that this is an off-road e-bike, off-roading can be done anywhere. It could be done on hills, it could be done on mountains, it could be done anywhere, flat terrain. So yes, I was able to climb it, but not at the speed that I thought it was gonna do it at, you know. Now, keep in mind, guys, that this company has another variant of the Luckeep M5, and that's going to be the Max model. The Max model comes with dual motors. This one is a single hub motor, as we know already, and that dual motor is going to make a big difference, especially if you guys are going to use it on mountains or hills. It's going to make a huge difference. So that's something that you guys might want to consider when purchasing this model. I gotta say, I love it. I have had family members test it, and they actually agree that this is a very comfortable position to be at on this e-bike. But the family members that tested it were also shorter, but I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. What I'm saying here now is that if you guys are planning to use this on hills or mountains, whatever the case might be, you might want to consider the dual motor option, which again, it is called the Luckeep M5 Max. This is not the Max, as we only have one motor. And but yes, when it comes to comfort, many people have said that they love the seat. In my particular case, I am 5'10", 5'10", and I don't know, it feels like the pedals are just too high, meaning I had to bend my knees a little bit too much. I wish that this was just a tad taller, maybe like 2 inches taller. I think as it sits, this is like a 29-inch height for the seat. at least as mine is set up currently, I can try maybe to increase the suspension tension here on the spring, and maybe that'll lift it up a little bit more. But as it sits, it is just a tad bit short for me. So I would say if you are between 5 feet and 5'7", this is ideal. If you are taller than 5'7", it might be a little bit too small. Talking about that torque once more, if you actually pedal, it gets a little bit more aggressive than when you're hitting the throttle. That was just an observation I wanted to make. And the reason I got to that is because I want to test the Shimano system. So first, we're going to go all the way to the 1, here to number 1. We are going to turn off the pedal assist, and that's speed number 1, that's speed number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. Now, even though the first 2 speed felt kind of weird, they were making some noises, from 3 and up, it was fine. It was just speed number 1 and 2. They felt a little bit funny, guys. So there we have it for the Shimano system. I might have to adjust it on this one. I might have to calibrate it, which is very rare on most e-bikes. But some e-bikes, maybe because of transportation or maybe because of assembly error, sometimes they need calibration, and I think that's going to be the case here with this one. So now we have things here like the turn signals. The turn signals are great, and on this particular e-bike, let me just confirm that real quick. Yes, we only have it on the rear side, and yes, they are coming on, as you can see right here, but I don't think we have it on the front side. And no, we don't have it on the front side, we only have it on the rear side, which I think is kind of funny, because not only do you have vehicles on your back, but you might have vehicles on the front side as well. So far, guys, based on the almost 32 miles that I put into this e-bike, testing it on different terrains and conditions, I gotta say this is a very, very nice e-bike in terms of, well, the way it handles, the controls that are available. This display is super bright, and it is great to be viewed even with polarized glasses. I've had displays in the past that with polarized glasses, they went completely dark, and that wasn't very helpful. But with this e-bike, everything is great. It's super, super bright. Today is not so sunny, it's kind of cloudy, but even if it was sunny, which I have tested it off cameras, of course, it is a very nice display. But even on gravel here, guys, it feels nice. The tires are very nice and grippy. These are the common 20-inch by 4-inch tires that most of these e-bikes come with. And if you guys haven't noticed, these are spoke rims. Unlike other e-bikes, they come with alloy rims. And spoke rims are a little bit more flexible. They're a little bit better when you're hitting bumps and you're doing speed and things of those nature. They are a little bit better when you're doing speed and heavy-duty bumps. They don't tend to break like the alloy rims do. At nighttime, these lights, they illuminate quite bright. They give you a nice wide angle view, which is awesome. Well, this will conclude our unboxing, assembly, and review of the Luckeep M5. It is a pretty complete e-bike with just a few things to desire from others, like the adjustable seat, maybe the hydraulic brakes, and to me that's just pretty much it, guys. It does the job quite well. Also keep in mind that we don't have the front turn signals for it as well, so that's another thing that I wish it had. But overall, it is a very, very good bike, especially at this price point. The speed is one of the highlights. You can do up to 32 miles an hour and with a range of 60 miles, but in reality, you're getting no more than 40 if you're riding hardcore all the time, which is still a very nice distance if you guys ask me. It has great tires, decent brakes, great display, and like I said, it is a pretty complete e-bike. With this being said, let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and share. And I'll see you on my next one.